Today I am going to take a lecture of operation research and our method name is the Beacon method. Okay, we have already seen in our previous lecture, we have seen the graphical method and the simplex method. Okay, so graphical method is always used for the two variables. Okay, but the simplex method is used for two or more than two variables. But there is one condition, the simplex method is always given in the maximization form. Okay, in case a simplex method is given in the minimization form, okay, and solved by the simplex method, so with the help of dual and primal, we convert minimization into the maximization form and maximization into the minimization format. Okay, so this is the Beacon method. Beacon method is always used for the maximization and minimization both. Okay, so this method actually removing the artificial variable. That means you have already seen in the simplex method, we find the enter variable and the u variable. Okay, for finding the u variable, we find the replacement ratio. That means according to replacement ratio, we choose the u variable. Okay, in case our u variable is artificial variable, that means in this, sometimes you are given in any question and this type of the question, the artificial variable is leave. Okay, so in the next table, we don't write here the artificial variable. Okay, so here we solve the Beacon method. So first point is very important. Beacon method is always used for the maximization and minimization both. Okay, so the Beacon method is another method of removing artificial variable. That means in case in any table the artificial variable is new, so in the next table you ignore this artificial variable. Okay, you don't write here the artificial variable in the next table if artificial variable is new. Okay, so here the Beacon method is another method of removing artificial variable from the basis. Okay, in this method, we assign large undesirable, unacceptable penalty. We can say that unacceptable penalty coefficient to artificial variable from the point of view of the objective function. That means what? In the Beacon method, we choose if our question in the objective function given in the maximization form. Okay, listen carefully. If your objective function given in the maximization format, so we assign the minimum largest value. Minimum largest value, that means the not infinite value but uncountable value. Okay, multiplied by the artificial value. Okay, and if in your question given in the minimization format, okay, minimization form, so we assign a largest maximum value. Okay, that means your question given in maximization form, so minimum largest value, and question given in the minimization form, so positive largest value assigned, that means multiplied by the artificial variable. That means, for example, your question in the Beacon method. Okay, in the Beacon method, your question given in the maximization form. That means maximization. Okay, so we use the minus n, largest penalty. We can calculate the largest penalty. So sometimes this question, right in sometimes in a question paper solved by Beacon method or penalty cost method. Okay, so don't be confused. Penalty cost method or penalty method or Beacon method. All these three methods are only one method is unique. These methods are unique. That is Beacon method or penalty cost method or penalty M method. Okay. So if your question given in the maximization form, so we use the minus M. And if your question given in the minimization form, so we use here the plus M. Okay, and this minus m and plus m is the coefficient of the artificial variable. Okay, Because of here the one point is very important. Just you always keep in mind this method is depends on the maximization and minimization both. Okay, if a question given in the maximization format, okay, so your inequality is always in less than equal to type. You have already seen in the simplex method, okay. But your question given in the minimization format, that means sometimes we are given in the subjective constraint equation in greater than equal to type. So that means what? For example, your equation given in the greater than equal to type, that means x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 4. For example, so we write here x1 plus x2 minus s1, and the minus s1, that means what? Surplus variable. Okay, so if we use the minus s1, so you must write here the artificial variable, that means we write here the s1. Okay, so this A1, the coefficient of the A1 is equal to, if your question given in maximization format, so you write here the coefficient of A is minus n. Okay, and if your question given in the minimization format, so you write here the coefficient of A is equal to plus n. Okay, that means you write here just opposite. Maximization minus m, minimization plus m. Okay. Second point is what? Second point is if in your table the artificial variable is new, so in the next table you ignore this artificial variable. That means we not consider the artificial variable in the next table. Okay, not in surplus and slack variable, only the artificial variable, and this condition is also applicable in the two-phase method. Got it? So here the 2 points is what? 2 point is if a question given in maximization form, so we use the minus n, just opposite, and your question given in the minimization format, so you write here the plus n. Second point related to artificial variable. Third point is that if your replacement ratio, is minus sign or infinity or 0, so you just ignore these three types of the values. You consider only the positive value, and the new variable is depend on the minimum positive value. This is the third point. Okay. Fourth point is there is a tie. There is a tie between some slack variable, surplus variable, or artificial variable. Okay. So you just remember that if your enter variable, this is your enter variable. Okay. In case your enter variable, there is a tie between slack variable, that means S1 and S2. Okay, tie between S1 and S2, that means basic variable, slack variable or surplus variable. So you consider enter variable, so you consider randomly. You consider S1 or S2, both are correct. Okay, but there is a tie between S1 and X1. That means the basic variable S1 S2, that means slack variable and surplus variable are the basic variables. Okay, A1 A2 A3 are the artificial variable, and X1 X2 X3 are the decision variable. Okay, so there is a tie between the basic variable. So you consider randomly, both are correct. Okay, but there is a tie between basic variable and the decision variable and the enter line. Okay, so you always consider the decision variable because of the sequence is first number is the decision variable, second is the basic variable, and third one is the artificial variable for entering the variable. Okay, and for example, there is a tie between basic variable and the artificial variable. So you enter here the basic variable. Okay. Next one is the new variable. Okay. New variable. For finding the new variable, this is only the enter variable. New variable, there is a tie between new variable. So the sequence is first you prefer the artificial variable. After that basic variable, and after that decision variable. That means if there is a tie between artificial variable and basic variable for living variable. Okay, so you leave the artificial variable. Okay, for there is a tie between basic variable and the decision variable for leaving the variable. So you leave the basic variable, not in decision variable, because of our answer depend on only the decision variable. Okay, so this is very important point for finding the Boolean method, because of Boolean method is very lengthy. Sometimes in this method we find the third to fourth iteration. Okay, so always keep in mind, if your question given in the maximization form, your question given in the maximization form, so you consider in the maximization format, you consider Zj minus Cj greater than equal to 0. If your Zj minus Cj not greater than equal to 0, that means we map the next level, that means we apply the iterations. Okay, and if your question given in the minimization format, so always consider the Zj minus Cj less than equal to 0. That means what? If your question given in the minimization form, so your last table Zj minus Cj is always less than equal to 0. That means all the variables are or the 0 or the with the help of negative sign. Okay, so you consider here maximize that means Zj minus Cj always greater than equal to 0. So this is our last equation. And if your question given in the minimization form, so Zj minus Cj always less than equal to 0. Okay, so this is some basic points according to Boolean method. So always keep in mind the Boolean method is always used for the maximization and minimization both. Okay, next method is the two-phase method. Okay, so according to two-phase method, your question given in the maximization and minimization both. Okay, so what is the difference between the Boolean method and two-phase method? In the Boolean method, if your question given in the maximization form, so you solve it by the maximization format. If your question given in the minimization form, so you solve by the minimization process. Okay, but the two-phase method, your question given in maximization and minimization both. Okay, but you solve by always in the maximization format. That means for two-phase method, your question given in the minimization form. So first you convert into the maximization format. After that, you apply the method of two-phase method. Okay, so let's start your Boolean method. The formula of the method Boolean method is always used for the maximization and minimization both. If artificial variable is with the artificial variable, so you ignore this artificial variable in the next step. Only the artificial variable. Okay, and this condition is also applicable in the two-phase method. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.